Hello, good people, and welcome to Military Summary. And today we will be discussing about the events that have been unfolding since the last time I made the video. Alright, so today we will be discussing about shocking events that are unfolding on the Russia-Ukraine war. Over the past days, there have been a lot of back and forward on social media, and there have equally been a lot of things that have been happening in the world from Russia. Remember, Ukraine have been sounding warning that Russia are mounting forces on the other southern borders, and you guys equally know what have been unfolding. Russia have been advancing into Ukraine on all front lines. Alright, my friends, if you are new to this channel and you have not yet subscribed, please do so that I will continue to bring you news that matters. And back to the show of today. Now, what you can see every day, at least every day, a village is falling in Ukraine. And following this, there have been a lot of missiles and drone exchanges on both sides. But probably if you have been following a lot of Western media or commenters, you only be hearing Russia have sent the highest number of drones since 2022, Russia blah blah blah. You won't hear anything that Ukraine is equally firing drones and missiles into Russian territory. Alright, I will bring you with the analysis why you mostly hear of Russia sending mass drones or swarms of drones into Ukraine. Alright, the reason is two. Is in terms of military might and in terms of air defense systems. Russia have the ability to shoot down nearly, if not 90%, nearly all missiles or drones that are being fired from Ukraine into Russia. That is why you heard of minimum or no damage after wave after wave after wave of drones or missiles. Everything is being shut down by Russia air defense S-26 or the latest one S-25, which have the ability to dictate missiles even 500,000 meters away. So that's a major breakthrough in Russia defense complex, that they are able to defend their airspace. Alright, turning back to Ukraine and why you continue to hear a lot of damage, victims because of military installations, and some which we can justify hitting direct into civilian targets, which we highly condemn. But you could equally clearly see when we talk about NATO, we talk about the American Patriot systems, the French air defense system, the UK, the German, the Polands. In fact, all the Western countries combined, America, all their air defenses are right in Ukraine. But Russia is able to deal them with a devastating blow, because even their air defense systems are able to locate Patriot systems where air defense systems are being mounted in Ukraine, and they will strike them with high precision. That is why Russia have been able to send waves of drones, waves of missiles, Iskander, and they are able to hit Ukraine, because you might hear on the Western media that all of this is happening because Ukraine need air defense system, of which they have since even before 2022. All type of weapons of mass destructions and all types of air defense systems have been shipped to Ukraine. And if you quite remember, in 2023, we were talking about the S-26, which supposed to be the game changer, which supposed to shield the Ukraine skies. But that have failed miserably. And if you quite equally remember, the message that came out from Kremlin, that this will fail, that everything will be shut down. And it all just happened like a prophecy. And that is just to tell you how complex the world is. And the truth is that the statements, the social media statements are not just helping. And this is the time for peace. When the US, Donald Trump, have started the peace initiative. But if you quite look at what is happening on the front line, you will marvel if this is the peace or the ceasefire they were talking about. And the reason is clear. While Donald Trump is on the other side trying to bring peace, the West is on the other side trying to arm Ukraine and send them to die. So my friends, that's the sad reality that's a sad reality on the front line, and you know how it happens. More weapons, it means more response, because missiles and drones will be hunting those weapons. So that's the actually reality on the ground. And looking at the stakes now, you can now equally clearly see that, as the president of Russia clearly declared that they are going to create a buffer zone right in the land of Ukraine. And if you look at what the ex-president of Russia equally said, he equally stated it very clear that any distance that any weapon they can create, they are going to create a buffer zone equals to that distance. And my friend, that will take us to the next show, which we will be discussing about what countries and what kind of defense systems and long-range weapons that they are giving to Ukraine, and they have allowed them to strike targets deep into Russia. And we will be discussing about the effects of that weapon. Till I see you the next time. If you have not yet liked, share and subscribe, please do so.